being here. We'll start with some opening remarks from Coach Joel Johnson.
Yeah, we're excited to get back at it at St. Cloud and then hosting. It was a good Thanksgiving holiday to eat some food and take a few days away. So, we're excited about the last few weekends of the first half and can't wait to get back into some game action.
Awesome. We'll open it up to questions. Anything from the Zoom, Ryan?
Joel, I asked Bethany about this last week, but do you feel like the break off this last week, did it come at the best time for you guys, or is there really not a perfect time for a week off, or how do you think about it?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I think the trend in college hockey is to play over the Thanksgiving break and especially non-conference games. So I don't know the answer, Ryan. What I would say is we're going to treat it as it's the best thing for us. So we've told our players that they believe that. In particular, we're coming off, like a lot of teams in the country right now, some injuries and some sickness. And so we're excited to have a few days extra to recover and get back after it.
Are you expecting anything different from St. Cloud this time around? Already faced them twice. I mean, did anything that you stood out to you about them the most, or?
I think they've just grown in confidence. They're playing well. I look at our team and I think we really played one of our best games against St. Cloud up there. So I'm excited about Friday on the big ice. Doesn't seem to affect us. And so I think we can skate with them and compete with them. So I think they're feeling really good about themselves. They've gotten some wins and some great games to show for it, but I feel good about our group as well. And so I don't see any really drastic differences in terms of how we prepare for them or how they prepare for us. I think it's going to be a good series.
Additional questions, anybody?
You mentioned St. Cloud gaining confidence. I'd say you guys are probably feeling a little bit better about yourselves than you were the first time you played St. Cloud, coming off a sweep in a very competitive series back in conference play. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, I think we feel good about where our group's at. As the season goes along, you start to fit into some different roles and gain some confidence in how people are playing with and against each other each week in practice. And so I do feel more confident each week as we go through the season. And the challenge is so does St. Cloud. They've got to be feeling the same way based on how they're playing. So it should be an exciting series. I'm excited to go up there, and the home is always fun. Just because you get a little different venue each night and a chance to play at home on a weekend and go on the road. So I'm sure they're feeling the same way.
Additional questions from anybody?
Well, is there anything that's surprising you about college hockey this season from what you've seen or in the WCHA?
I think the surprising parts of college hockey this year is the unpredictability of how everybody's rosters are affecting their performance on the ice. You've got so many, whether it's a transfer or a returning player that was on a national team, or returning senior that has another year of eligibility, and how that impacts the game. And so I think that's been a ripple effect through college hockey on the men's and women's side, in particular to how it affects us. Our league is really tough. And the WCHA is, in my opinion, the hardest, challenge, the most difficult conference to play in this year in particular. I won't say other years because then people get mad, but I'll tell you what, it's a tough league to play in. But our players this year are excited for that challenge. And so last year we were excited and opportunistic and just happy to be there. Now we're trying to win games. But when you add in all those other factors, it's tougher to win games this year than it was even a year ago. And so the surprising part of college hockey this year is how difficult it is to play every weekend, which is why I always remind our players what an opportunity we have just to show up every day and get a chance to put the skates on and go out and play in arguably one of the most difficult conferences in some of the best games of the year.
After the game on Saturday, you guys have post-game skate intended mainly for youth hockey players, but it's a moment for the players to feel like role models, to interact with the community. How important is an event like that?
Yeah, I'm super excited this Saturday. We've got our skate with the Tommy event, and the chance that we have to reach out to the community is always a special one. And I'm excited to see our players who I know have done a ton of work in the community. There's been several groups that want to come and skate with so-and-so or such and such because that person's been involved with them. And so we're excited about that. It's a way to grow the game first and foremost. And that's that the more young women that play the game, starting at the youth level, the better our game is ultimately. And I've had the fortunate experience to be a part of a national team, an Olympic team. And I just see that the growth of the game is so important. And so this is just one small opportunity for St. Thomas in particular to be a part of that growth. And so we're excited to see all the kids that would look forward to come out and be a part of it.
Final questions? Any final thoughts, Coach?
No, excited for the weekend.
Thank
Thanks, Coach.
you.